Healing modalities that afford comfort and easement from the pain and grief of being human in this dualistic paradigm are undoubtedly precious. At this time in our history, as we approach the never-before-known portal of opportunity, the challenge is to take this healing human knowledge and forge from it an expanded schematic that can address the core wounds that have rendered humanity a slave race, an immortal race, locked in a mortal paradigm, and addressing the fulcrum digression that has led to the incalculable catalog of human suffering. In the face of worldwide poverty, genocide, exploitation, and the government-sanctioned use of torture, it has become blatantly obvious that there is a global malignancy that defies explanation in human terms. The loss of ecosymbiosis that will eventually lead to terminal decline cannot simply be attributed to errant government regimes, environmental hardships, economic limitations, or the need for better education or smarter technology. Nor can the wars and worldwide suffering of humanity be explained and excused by the archaic religious indoctrinations that have led and entrained humanity into believing that its afflictions are the result of some cryptic collective offense committed in a time out of human memory, an ancestral offense against God, one that requires lifetimes of atonement and the possibility of eternal damnation. Collective development, individual development, is reliant upon the whole, just as collective development is reliant upon the individual. Such is the holonomy of a paradigm. There can be no peace in this paradigm. Peace cannot simply be defined by the cessation of war. The solution is never found at the level of the problem. You cannot simply patch up a paradigm. However many errant government regimes are overthrown, however many warlords are brought to trial, and dictators brought to trial, many more replace them. For their existence is not simply the result of a confluence of degenerative circumstances that can be eradicated by peace talks and the gathering of the United Nations. These demonic, brutal behavior patterns are programs that self-generate and perpetuate from out of the matrix itself. This version of the reality is an anomalous anthropic paradigm generated by the brainwave frequency feedback of a genetically altered race residing in an isolated temporal zone that has been modified to enslave consciousness and deprive the individual of its sentient sovereignty. The new paradigm, the new model of existence, will not come from better government, stricter policing, smarter technology, or more properly organized global community. It will come from a community that needs no governing at all. From a people whose conscious, energetic, and unmediated connection to the benevolence of their creation echoes and translates through the prism of their daily existence as a natural propensity towards unity and cooperation, inspired to give and receive love in all that they do. The original human template, prior to genetic modification, functioned in perfect harmony with all other forms of life, and in total symbiotic resonance with the evolutionary light codes of its resonant solar system, responding in full conscious communion to even the softest whisper carried on the cosmic and solar winds, and every photonic nuance held in a ray of light. That human race did not need to be organized.